Guys, I've called this meeting here today for great value, great purpose, great intention, and we must get active. I did a video not too long ago on YouTuber Adina Rivers. The video was entitled, she said, "I'm in a relationship, but I want new D." IG influencer purposefully misguides women. Okay. This video got almost 100,000 views since uploading it. It's been about a month since it's been uploaded. Did relatively well on the channel. What I noticed in doing this particular video, there was a ton of comments as if she is known within this space. I didn't know of her at all until I actually started doing the video, right? Now, what was this original video about? I'll leave a link to it down in the description box down below so we can all get up to speed. It was a letter that she was reading of a young lady who was asking her, and apparently she's like a sex dating guru or something like that, was asking her opinion on her relationship, knowing that she wanted to be in an open relationship and didn't know how to tell the dude and like all of this stuff. And essentially, the summary of Adina's video was live free, be free, and you live. You're not, you don't want to be shackled by golden chains and all this like free love, independence bullshit. My message throughout that video was, yes, you can live as free as what you ultimately can. However, life is made of choices and decisions. Choices and decisions that you make today will affect your life into the future. Now, I will say, she also said things like, tell your partner, let him know about your quest to be free and open in a relationship and like all this other bullshit. And still, I stuck to my guns because I think that this sexual liberation movement has done nothing but harm young women, but it's been marketed in a way to say, now that you're free, do whatever you want. But you see far too often so many of them living out into perpetuity, not getting the pure and utter joy of what is close to their heart, which is being in a loving, committed relationship. Okay. And if you do all of that open, free love stuff into your mid-20s, into your 30s, and looking at her, she's about a 40-year-old woman still preaching this nonsense. If you do all of that, you are significantly minimizing the chances of you getting in a relationship with someone who you want to be in a relationship with. Anyway, like I said before, there was a bunch of comments that were talking about this situation. I'm like, oh shit, y'all already know her. So there's been an update, several updates. So let's get in there. This same lovely young lady that preached all this free love, open relationship, Ish uploaded a video August 23rd of 2020 entitled, "My Life is a Mess." Now, I'm not going to go in depth on this video. You're going to find a lot of other reviews regarding this particular video. As you can see, this portion of the internet got a hold of this. The like to dislike ratio is insane. But summary, she was speaking of cheating on her boyfriend, of which she has a child with, lying about said relationship that she was having, gallivanting in trips all over the world with this other person, practicing her free love, was actually a very close friend to the original relationship, to the father of the baby. Truly despicable, heart-wrenching, and unfathomable shit she admits to all throughout this video, with what it seems as purposefully edited in crying, pity moments, and all this other bullshit in order to gain some type of sorrowfulness for her. That was really just pretty much pathetic. I mean, it was so pathetic to watch. I don't even want to watch it here again. But essentially, she is admitting to all of these things that happen and then culminates the entire video saying that she is pregnant. However, she frames it in a sense of, I've been cheating, and then I admitted all of this to my baby's father, and that same night we had sex and conceived. Lord knows how she's coming to that conclusion when, from her own words, it seems as if she was just gallivanting with the other dude, acting as if she knows that the baby is his. And I find this uniquely fascinating. The title of this video, again, My Life is a Mess. Yes, your life is a complete and utter shit show caused by nobody but yourself. The same advice that you gave to that young lady a year and a half ago. Apparently you live that, and that's your lifestyle mixed in with lying to your significant other because you're a cheating brat, a cheating, low-down, disgusting human being of a person and an absolute brat. And get this, she even talks as if she was going out on all of these trips while her baby's daddy knows about the trips. He's sitting at home and she's going on all of these trips with his friend. Okay? And at the point that he started to move on, the baby father started to move on, she got jealous. Yeah, got jealous of the situation and tried to ruin his relationship with the new girl. It's absolutely insane. I can't even understand how you would want to deal with someone with childlike behavior. But within all of this, you have the most simpiest of simpy dudes that I've ever encountered in my life, which would be her baby's father, which seems like he is on board for all of this stuff and all of her childlike indecisions, all of her childlike behaviors. It's unfathomable. So there's only but so much sorrowfulness that I can feel for him as well, because he chooses to put up with a grown child. All right, so pretty much we've established what type of human being that she is, that she's a thought rocket, she's a bloodsucker, she's a Super Saiyan harlot. We've established all that stuff. And, you know, her boyfriend is a blue pill beta simp. That's apparently okay and is allowing all of this stuff to happen. But here's the particular video that I wanted to go over. Roughly 2 or so weeks ago, she uploaded a video, okay, entitled, what's the name of this damn video? Let's go down in there. Let's check it out. I cheated on my boyfriend. Now he speaks. Trigger warning. Okay. We're going to go over this right here because I want to hear from him. What do you have to say about all of this malarkey? All right. So without further ado,
this is something that you guys have requested in a very, very, very long time. Here he is. I asked him if he wants to answer your questions. He said yes. And that's what we're going to do today in this video. And it's going to be quite a lot of really tricky, sensitive, difficult questions, I would say.
Let's do it.
You see for yourself.
Yeah.
Comes from Ryan Harley 11. How do you feel about sharing Adina sexually with other men and women? No. Oh shit.
I would say it's getting easier and easier because, as said, we're standing on these different extremes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. As I mentioned in my video that I haven't posted, so I might still post it. It's also a journey for me. Yeah. It's not that in all these years I never had desires, I never had fantasies. Yeah. So I'm trying to focus less on what she does. Yeah. Because ultimately if she's happy, it's great. Why should I limit her? Yeah, my ambition is to not limit my partner. Yeah, so I try to focus on more what it is that I want, what it is that I desire. Yeah, and by focusing on that, maybe the whole other story might resolve itself. Yeah.
So smart.
So that's how I see things. Yeah. So it's there's times where I'm actually happy.
So smart. Oh my God. Somebody save him. Somebody save this poor sap. I don't know if there's any saving at this point. I don't know what you could do. Holy moly. Somebody save him. Somebody. Dog, you don't even know if the baby inside of her is yours. You don't, okay? She's a free spirit. There's no way she was using condoms. There's no way. Did you get the test? Guys, this is why I also say that DNA test should be mandatory, okay? Because he's the type that will go through all of this stuff, know that she was cheating, this, that, and the third, and still would not get a DNA test to prove that it's his, okay? I think that it should be mandatory to help suckers like this, all right? To help dudes like this so that they can become informed, because this is just a level of, I can't even understand. I can't even fathom living your life like this, okay? You know what? At the same time, though, let me also say this. This must be the definition of unconditional love. You know, I think like we have love when things work out, right? But when things don't work out, then we hop out the situation. I am an unconditional fan of hopping out of a situation that is not advantageous to me. I'm just like, why waste my time? Why waste my life? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go through the bullshit with you when, you know what I'm saying, I could pick situations, and especially because he picked the situation early in his life and has been with her for over a decade now, and then she just decided to be free and date Instagram. Okay? She's got over 1 million followers on Instagram. She gets all this love, all this attention, and she wanted to be free. She wanted to gallivant, irrespective of the time that you put in, the countless dollars that you put in, right? The countless hours of work that you did in order to help, to support. It don't matter at the end of the day, okay? But really, though, this is really unconditional if you think about it. I mean, he apparently wants to love her until death do them part, irrespective of a ring, no matter what she goes through, what mistakes that she makes. And it's just, I've never seen anything like this. And I just feel utterly bad. I just feel utterly bad for him because he's going to be taken advantage of throughout the rest and the remainder of his life and manipulated because so smart. Oh, God, she's a maniac. Look at that. That is a maniac's grin. That is a maniac stare. So smart. Let's keep going.
Happy that that is the case, because it means there's less pressure on me. Like, I don't always have to provide. I don't always have to listen. I don't always have to be there.
You don't always have to provide big erections.
So I think when I reach my next level, it's going to be totally fine for me. Yeah, and I'm going to be able to enjoy the freedom that it brings to me.
So next question coming from Cricket is Love 20, and he asked, does Oliver have sex with
Please
another woman other than you?
Yeah, of course. So I think for 12 years it didn't happen. Also because I was so stuck in my conditioning, that it was the wrong thing and not the good thing to do. And over the last couple of years, I absolutely allowed myself to have that experience with different women. So the answer is yes. Yeah. It's likely to happen again. Yeah.
Don't say that. Please don't say it. I don't have to think about it.
Again, the just pure baby reaction, right? Like just, hey, lady, listen, you cheated on him. You got pregnant. There's nothing here to say that you guys are 100% sure that baby is his. Don't say that. Oh, like the free love and the free relation, the open relationship only applies to you. Apparently within your mind. Ridiculous.
Do you still believe in monogamous relationships?
Because there's so many angles to monogamy. Like, what I have learned is that there are many people that I know as well, that are in a monogamous relationship, but under the hood, there's a lot of fantasies, a lot of thoughts, a lot of suppressed desires. Do I think that's healthy? I don't think so over the long run, because at the end of the day, you only have one life, and you better make the most of it. So how I see it personally today is that it's probably a mix of, there will be phases where you go more inwards, where you maybe not interested at all in other people, not even your partner. Then there will be times where you're very focused on your partner. Then there will be times where maybe somebody else will share the space. Yeah, so I think...
So here's what I'm getting is, because let me remind you guys, he was thrusted into this polygamy lifestyle because of her. I mean, he said it himself a second ago. I was so conditioned that it took me a while to get used to this type of lifestyle. But now that he's used to it, I think like at the end of the day, what the most effed up thing here is thinking about the child, right? How confused that child might be, right? Because this is not a relationship that was created with the idea of polygamy on both sides of the coin, right? And y'all can have your own feelings about that. And my thing is, like, as long as both parties know what's up and they're happy within it and the conditions are under the law, I don't care. I really could care less, right? But this is not how this was formed. This was formed out of a lie. And it seems as though he's just, as well, he doesn't have a clear path or structure for his life. He doesn't have boundaries. That's why she doesn't respect him. That's why she did all of this. That's why she's posting on her page like that. Actually, I looked on his page. He hasn't been posting about this. But she's monetizing her mistakes is essentially what's happening. But I will say, I think that it backfired on her because her views are demonstratively lower than what they were a year ago, like ridiculously lower. Okay, just a bit more and see if we can learn anything else.
It's really like a partnership where really that's also how I see our relationship now more and more after all these challenges that I really see in this world, especially where we live right now. It's so important that you have community, right? That you have support. You're not being alone and you're really having company where you know they're always going to go with you through thick and thin. And that's actually what gives you mental stability as well. And that also means a relationship might not look like it looks like in Disney movies or something, but it is a real stable, strong partnership where you know this person is never gonna let you down or so. And that is something that I appreciate more and more about our relationship actually also. And that's how I feel about our relationship more and more. Next question.
The more that I hear her talk, the more I'm just like, listen, there's not a person on this planet that should listen to her advice ever. Man, woman, grown up, teenager, like nobody. Number one, the things that she preaches is different than the things that she actually does within her life. That's the first thing. Second thing, she talks about all of this. We need community. We're in a partnership, right? She's got no respect for him and his masculinity as a man. She doesn't want to be led by him. She wants to be led by her emotions. That's how you get all of this topsy-turvy shit. Because she's just living in the moment, being free love, no golden cages. I don't want to be in a golden cage, but I need my community to support me with whatever decision that I make. Oh, it's just the most craziest shit. This is what happens. If you get unchained emotions, if you get people that don't believe in shame, right? If you get people that have no consequences for their actions. You know, what they said there is that sex is, not the end all be all. And I agree to the point. But at the point that you engage in sex and then end up someone else gets you pregnant, like then it actually matters. Then it significantly matters. All right. If you have an unprotected sex outside a relationship because you formed an emotional bond with my spirit animal. And I just wanted to see how he would plunder my viscous innards, my insides.
Question comes from CatXLIN, Catholic-sin. So, and her question is, what would you do if Oliver gets another woman pregnant? What would I do? At the point where I'm standing right now, I would totally accept it and I would absolutely stay with Oliver. I would love to push myself to, step even into the role of also taking care of it. It's absolutely possible, and I think it's all just in our mind, obviously.
She's lying. Just look at her body language again. Let's watch that again. I think that it's key. And then notice her word choice as well. Let's watch that real quick again.
And I would absolutely stay with Oliver. I would love to push myself to...
She would never bring herself to what he has done for her. She would never. Just to stumble right there. But look at him. He's looking oblivious off into the space. Doesn't even see the signs. She would not give you the same allowances that you have gave her, my friend. Oliver, run. Actually, no, you got children with her, though. I don't know.
Step even into the role of also taking care of it.
And also taking care of it. She doesn't consider that a living being of it.
It's absolutely possible, and I think it's all just in our mind. Obviously, where I stand right now.
it's possible, but she's so unsure in the way that she's describing it.
It's not the easiest to deal with mentally, but I know that where I want to head to, I would definitely want to support and to be there, and maybe it would make our relationship even more amazing or something like this. I don't know, who knows? Because I just know that I wouldn't want to not have Oliver in my life, and that would mean that I would adjust to whatever situation there is, and I know there is no situation that cannot be overcome. It's always the mind that holds us back from overcoming certain situations. I'm
sorry, guys. I can't. I can't do it anymore. I tried to make it through this one. Guys, this is this is what happens if you do not structure your life in a way where you know what you want and you look for people around you, right, that can get you to that point of bliss and happiness. This is what your future can be, all right? This is why I tell you guys all the time, find out who you are. Understand the things that we are communicating to you as men. There's men like this that exist all over the world. Don't be mad at them, okay? Don't be mad at them. Maybe send them a video or two if you come across them. I'm sure all of us have friends that can mimic things like this, okay? All of us got somebody, or at least someone in our history. We're like, yeah, they're okay with getting completely taken advantage of as long as they can put a woman on a pedestal, okay? Just send them some video. It don't have to be my videos, okay? Just send them one of these videos over here. Just try to help them out, okay? Just try to help them out. They may not be in a space to receive it, but it's okay, Maybe eventually they'll get there before it's too late. Last thing I wanted to say, be very keen on the dark arts. Be very keen on the manipulation tactics. Be very keen on the body language as they tell you things. Pay attention to the word choices. You understand me? One of the benefits in doing videos like this is that you can see how I am interpreting all of these different things. And I think that is very beneficial. Women are much more naturally perceptive of judging and reading a room, being emotionally capable, having a high degree of empathy, to be able to step into another person's shoes, to understand what it is that they're feeling. Dudes, typically, we are not very good at it, but I think the benefit of going over videos like this is going over the word choices, going over the body language, so you can see how I think about these things, because I think that I'm actually very good at it, at reading a room, being very perceptive on what is the actions, more than likely, outside of the words, and I think that you can tell all of these things very quickly, okay? Guys, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys are not so triggered that you haven't left already, because I think that there's some valuable lessons in here as well, but I had to re-engage this specific conversation because my mind is just absolutely blown. So it is what it is, Questions, comments, concerns, y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, feel free to hit me up. I got an Instagram as well. Keep on sending me content because I wouldn't even have known about this if it wasn't for my IG. Last but not least, I got a Patreon. Patreon over 600 members strong. We do private live streams up there, group conversations. We pinging each other, you know what I'm saying? All in an idea of how can we improve our value? How can we work on ourselves? What are the things that the unspoken or the unwritten things to be awesome in life, to attain joy and happiness into the future? What are those things? We talk about that within my Discord, within my Patreon. I'll see you soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
Hood booger, hood booger, hood booger, goodbye. Hood booger, hood booger, hood booger, goodbye.